guys over to this side and go over our newest release this year and the soon-to-be MCX Magnus Pro hop-up chamber. And of course, our Magnus Pro 1911. So let's start off with the little guy right here. These are actually being shipped out as we speak. So we have over 4 patents on this pop-up chamber alone. And actually for a demonstration, let's scale up a little bit.
It's like one of those times.
Magnus Pro Magnum. This is a 1000% scale. So our design uses a TDC articulation, which do not require this assembly to adjust. Simply take your Allen keys, stick it in here underneath through your ejection port, and you can see the hop-up ring articulate as you turn. And you're probably wondering, oh, that's not a lot of travel in the wrench. That's because we use an actual camshaft that's been profiled to move a longer distance relative to your input, because the ejection port only gives you about 50 to 60 degrees of range in terms of wrench movement. So by having that short range of movement with the wrench, you're able to get through your entire adjustment range without having to reinsert your tool. Now, this hop-up chamber is compatible for both 1911s and 2011s. Since there are so many brands of 2011s out there, it's really hard to make a single chamber that fits every brand perfectly. So instead of making it a perfect fit, we actually made it a little slimmer towards the bottom here, but we do have some take-up screws, 1 on the bottom and 2 on either side. And that essentially allows you to adjust the pitch and the yaw of your hop-up chamber, which essentially means you can zero this hop-up chamber. No more rear sights all the way to one side so that your gun can shoot straight, because now your entire hop assembly is actually aligned with your barrel and your chamber. In the back here, we have a heat-treated spring, V-spring design. So this, when you tighten this grub screw in the bottom here, it will push on that leaf spring and actually make it expand downwards. And this takes up the tolerance between the frame, so that you're able to have your hop-up chamber rock solid inside your frame, but it will still be removable by hand when you go ahead and field strip or disassemble without having to remove the screw, because that is an entire surface holding onto your frame. And to fix the inner barrel in place, we've gone away from C-clips and grub screws. So we actually have 2 pieces here. Actually, this entire unit is machined from 7075 T6 aluminum billet. So this is actually a machined piece of a fixture block, which is, as you can see, there's a little interface here, which goes into the cutout in your inner barrel. And this is, of course, a little bit slimmer because every cutout of every brand is also different. But then once you tighten this down, it holds your inner barrel perfectly in place. On the right side of the chamber here, on the left side of the chamber here, underneath the screw, we actually put a rubber pellet inside, which is compressed with this grub screw to provide adjustment ring resistance. So under normal circumstances, even with just that alone, you're not going to experience hop-up drifting. And this is also a stageless design, so you can get, in between every setting and really fine-tune your trajectory. Now, if you're a competitive shooter, or if you just shoot one BB weight and you shoot a lot, and you don't feel safe with the rubber pellet holding it in place, you can always remove this screw, take the pellet out, and lock that thing all the way down. And this hop-up is not going anywhere probably for the rest of your life. Main inspiration behind the tolerance take-up screw, because you're a tech yourself. This is something that used to require hand modification.
Filing and everything.
You gotta file or shim to adjust the dimensions of basically this part of your hop-up chamber.
And once you file, it's permanent.
Yeah. You can only make things smaller, you can't really make them thicker.
As much as I can tune guns to spec, anything that requires permanent filing,
I try to avoid it.
I'm out.
So this guy right here is the new Magnus Pro MCX. This is designed specifically for the APFG MCX lineup, mainly addressing a few common issues that players have been having with these rifles. So starting with the hop-up chamber here, now this is an engineering sample. The final product will of course be finished in our black and gold. Magnus Pro MCX also uses a hand-timed collar to have a 3-point contact to pinch down on the inner barrel, so that to eliminate any uneven pressure, eliminate any guesswork. Just tighten it down by hand. No tool, no Loctite, and you're done. All right. And the adjustment is made via this dial on the outside. And we made this dial accessible 360 all around because with the MCX rifles, they often come with some kind of an M-Log handguard.
Yeah.
And if you have accessories on here, usually there's always gonna be another way you can reach it. So let's say like I personally always have a QD slot, towards the back of my left side. So if that's blocked off, I can always access it from here, or I can access it from underneath. I don't think anyone would put a grip there. If you do, you're a weirdo. But or if you have really short arms.
Right. But yeah, because now you can just use any standard flathead or even an Allen.
Yeah.
Because you can just
any pointed tool, any small flathead or Allen key, and moving our way back on the hop-up chamber. So on the adjustment ring, so the actual piece that articulates up and down, we actually with the MCX, it comes with 2 different adjustment rings. So one is for a solid contact, where it contacts the bucking directly, and another one that allows you to actually use a traditional nub. So as you can see over the bucking, there's actually a bit of orange. So this one is running a nub on the inside. So depending on your style of tuning or the result that you want, you can choose to use this with or without the nub. Common issue that players have been having with the MCX rifles is their nozzles getting damaged, because upon the bolt closing, it has a tendency to slam that nozzle into the hop assembly. So we have corrected that by designing the back of the chamber here, and you can see how much that has been beefed up and extended. Since the original chamber is made of plastic, a lot of people also reported that the bottom fixture here is very prone to breakage. So we also reinforce this part to be stronger, and it's also made out of machined aluminum, making this piece, a lot more durable than the original part. This will be released somewhere in the first quarter of 2026, so stay tuned, and we'll keep you guys posted.
This has been Jose from Global Barangay, Louis from
Wow. Airsoft.
We'll be working more soon.
Appreciate
Appreciate it.
for having me.
Thank you.